Hello, and welcome to a secondhand unboxing in a Suntop box. But this is not actually a Suntop edition. These are two folio books. So it's kind of funny that you're getting, folio books in a Suntop box, because Folio has their own distinct box as well, or at least they used to. I haven't purchased directly from Folio in like 2 years, so they could have changed their boxes. But, Suntop has that Suntop tape, and Folio used to, I don't know if they still do, have boxes with all these literary quotes on it. But he did use the Suntop foam, which is awesome. So this is actually two Folio Society editions packaged in Suntop foam and bubble wrap. We got new Suntop foam and old Suntop foam, which would be crazy if Suntop actually did that. They mixed up the foam, but who knows? So we have Rendezvous with Rama by Arthur C. Clarke and Yubik by Philip K. Dick. Two masters of science fiction who use all three initials, including the middle initial. These are both still available through FolioSociety.com, but I got it on the secondary market from a seller here in the States, so it saved me a little bit on the international shipping, which I am all for. So anyways, let's dive in. Two masterful science fiction novels here, both in the Folio Society treatment. Both who also have die-cut slipcases. So Rendezvous with Rama has this nice circular die cuts in the slipcase, so that you can see Rama, the cylindrical spacecraft that's approaching Earth, through the cover. So if you haven't read Rendezvous with Rama, it is a masterwork of hard science fiction. Arthur C. Clarke did hard science fiction very well. You might know him from 2001 Space Odyssey, the novel version, which was also released by Folio Society. That one also had a flat spine like this one does, which is just gorgeous. So there is a cylindrical spacecraft called Rama that is approaching Earth, and a bunch of scientists go to investigate the spacecraft. And it has its own ecosystem. It has its own, kind of metallic end papers. Very nice. It actually matches the slipcase. It has its own ecosystem, its own little robot workers doing their work, keeping the ecosystem alive. It has its own force to be reckoned with. Introduction by John Clute, one of the co-editors of the Encyclopedia of Science Fiction for over 40 years. Illustrated by Matt Griffin. I apologize, Matt Griffin, I'm not as familiar with your work, but here are descriptions of all of the illustrations, which is really nice that Folio does it. They kind of, take what each illustration is showing. So we have our John Clute introduction. Very nice. And then we get into the meat potatoes of the novel itself. And the novel is fantastic. I listened to the audiobook because I used to be able to listen to that work to audiobooks. So it was pretty great. And it's a great audiobook, great read. Don't know whether you're going up the ladder or down the ladder. So we have some nice, very vibrant illustrations from Matt here. Very nice. But anyways, it's a phenomenal read if you like hard science fiction. Hard science fiction being that it kind of stays to scientific facts. I mean, obviously it is still science fiction, but it is as kind of close to accurate as one can get. There's one of the robots that they're encountering. But yeah, I enjoy it. As opposed to you have soft science fiction, which is more of like the colorful alien species on exploring strange worlds. Hard science fiction tries to keep it down, I won't say down to earth, because you're still in space, but it makes sense the way I'm saying it, down to earth. It's kind of going for more close to science fact, but it is still science fiction. So that is Rendezvous with Rama. Soon to be a motion picture. Denis Villeneuve, who is the guy that adapted Dune, has been signed on to adapt Rendezvous with Rama. So I'm excited about that. Anyways, the other title is Yubik by Philip K. Dick, PKD, which, another die-cut slipcase, kind of messes with your eyes there. I don't know how it looks on camera, but very colorful. Oh, look at that! There we go. Lean over the bowl and then take a dive. All of you are dead. I am alive. That's really cool. So Philip K. Dick is no stranger to the Folio Society. We're going to put Rendezvous with Rama on the side for now. They've published The Man in the High Castle, which I own. They published a kind of back-to-back novel, 2 novels of Scanner Darkly and Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which inspired Blade Runner. And then they did this collector's edition, this massive 4-volume tome of all of his short stories, in addition to Yubik here. So Yubik, as you might expect with Philip K. Dick, is a dystopian future. I think it takes place in the 90s. It's where psychics are basically conducting corporate espionage. Look at that. Look at that. This one has an introduction by Kim Stanley Robinson, who is a phenomenal science fiction author. He did the Mars trilogy, Red Mars and such, Green Mars. Was it a trilogy or was it just 2? I think it was a trilogy. I can only think of Red and Green, though. He did Years of Rice and Salt, which is phenomenal. He's done a lot of other novels that I have not read, but I've read some of his. And this is illustrated by Boca, which is not one person. It's an art collective. They kind of do this like pop art style, and they're actually the same ones that did the artwork for Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, Scanner Darkly, because those are together, and Man in the High Castle. I'm completely going off the rails here. So it's a story about corporate espionage via psychics. And one man, Joe Chip, who survives an assassination attempt, and it all kind of goes downhill from there. His kind of grasp on reality is broken. And in order to help kind of keep his grasp on reality, he can use a substance called Yubik, which comes in like an aerosol can. Yubik, safe when used as directed, because it wouldn't be a Philip K. Dick novel without a little dystopian future and a little bit of drug use or substance use. And, bending of realities. But as I was mentioning prior to my prior distractions, Folio Society did publish a 4-volume short story collection that had just a whole bunch of different art in it. A whole bunch of different artists. That sold out rather quickly. That used a lot of very bright colors. I wasn't a huge fan of the bright colors, and I wasn't able to drop that kind of money on a special edition. Although, if I had, it's worth a lot more now. But, whatever. That's how it is with the folio editions. But in the most recent summer collection, they did a condensed version. They took all 24 illustrations and all 24 stories that accompanied them and put them in one volume, which also looks really cool. That's one that I might buy. I couldn't quite swing to get the special edition, but that condensed edition, even though it's like less than, it's still like a fourth of the cost, and you're getting less than a fourth of the stories. Still worth it, though. At least it will be worth it when I actually buy it. But, like I said, shipping from the UK can be a little pricey. So I'm going to wait for, some sale to go on. Sometimes they give you like a 40 pounds off 400 pounds, and that'll be my excuse to go like binge on the missing Bond novel I have and that short story collection. But anyways, we're going off the rails now. So anyways, thank you very much to Matt, who was the secondhand seller who sold me these to the Folio Buy-Sell Trade Group. Always a big fan of adding more Folio Society titles to the collection, especially their science fiction titles. They're just superb. I can never get enough of their science fiction titles, except for when I did, and then I had to sell some of them. But I kept my Philip K. Dick, kept my Arthur C. Clarke. Got to keep those. 2001 just got republished by Folio Society. It was out of print for a little while there, and that is back on the menu. So anyways, check out Folio Society. They have beautiful books. I mean, they're just they're fancier trade editions. They're not like quite as high-end as like a Suntop edition, which is understandable. But that's reflected in the price, though. I mean, you're not paying an arm and a leg for these editions. A lot of them are very affordable. I mean, the prices have gone up a little bit, especially in recent years. And shipping from the UK is honestly, comparable to what the UK is paying for shipping from the US. So you win some, you lose some, I suppose. But man, they make some really nice titles. I mean, their limited editions sell out pretty quickly. Those are the ones that have signed copies or signed book plates. There's Gormenghast coming up. That should be coming up this summer, which is going to be illustrated and signed by Dave McKean and whoever the introductory author is. Which I don't know. Maybe it'll be Neil Gaiman. We'll see. I might swing for that one because I love Dave McKean's art. I've never read Gormenghast, but I figure it'll be a very nice edition. It's actually going to be braidle bound. It's not going to have a spine. You can see the binding, which reminds me of the lettered edition of Suntup's The Road, or the numbered edition of Suntup's Hex and Blood Meridian, which makes me kind of terrified that the Gormenghast trilogy is going to be crazy expensive, in which case I will not be getting it. But, a guy can dream. We'll see. Yeah, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. We'll see how the price looks. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. If you've watched all 11 minutes of this, like I said, check out foliosociety.com for beautifully illustrated books, and we'll see you around next time.